Hi everyone, Philippa Thornton, Director of the Resource Therapy Institute Australia and Vice President of Resource Therapy International. Welcome. Today I'd like to talk about a very common situation we therapists have in our therapy rooms. That's resource states, dealing with resource states vaded and rejection. Remembering our little keywords, V.i.R, vaded and rejection. Now, vaded and rejection, you'll know when you have a person that is suffering with this pathological condition because it's preventing them from moving forward in their lives in the most helpful ways. They'll often not be able to get out there or stop having relationships or some way sort of sabotage themselves if we're vaded and rejection, because remembering, states vaded and rejection are those states that will report feeling unlovable, not good enough, I feel worthless. That's a really common one. No value, not important. Those are all the key phrases, many more that you'll hear that tell them they are lacking in a self-concept that values themselves. So it's evaded and rejection. Usually these states are evaded and rejection in childhood, often in situations. It could be a one-off event or it could be quite a lot of times. Say if you had a mother that was depressed, or if a family was suffering a loss of a child, that can lead to a lot of rejection in different situations. We never need to know. It's good to take a bit of a history, of course, but we never need to know what it is, because we'll always use with our vaded and rejection, our V.i.R. One, we've diagnosed. What are we ready to change? Well, I don't like, I feel terrible about myself and I don't feel good enough to have a relationship, something like that. Someone's going to say, and then we're going to vivify specific, resource therapy action 2, vivify specific at one specific time when that person has felt that those feelings of not good enough, unworthiness, lacking in value, and we get them associated to that time. And then we use resource therapy action 3, bridging. That's resource therapy action 3, bridging. That's usually where we've got the client's eyes closed and they're highly focused, and that bridging will take them to what's known as the ISE. That's the initial sensitizing event. That is the ISE. And that'll relate to the state that's vaded and rejection. It'll have a direct correlation there. And in that state, when we're there, wherever that initial sensitizing event, we get an age, roughly, or a sense of what's going on. And then we use what I like to call is the AIR process. And to AIR is human, E-double-R. That's expression, resource therapy action 4, expression, removal, relief. Resource therapy actions 4, 5, and 6 there. Okay, and they happen pretty much in that order. It's so empowering for a personality part that's vaded in rejection to be able to say what it's never had the power to say, because we're dealing with the imagination. That's why it's a very safe process, because we use presentification. We know that the person is in the therapy room with them. So there's always a part that is in the conscious that's just there, that knows that this isn't really happening again. We're dealing with it, so we can make any amendments, changes, and have that become an unvaded state, returning to what we know as the normal condition. And if it's a childhood state, it's great to have a part that is 3 or 4 that can enjoy, I don't know, a rainbow, a sunset, or just playing in the sand. It's so wonderful, freeing. So we use expression, removal, relief. Remember, to AIR is human. Expression, where they speak to the introject that's causing them the angst for whatever reason. We gain an understanding. We use also introject speak here, where we talk to the introject, have that person taking on that role temporarily to gain an understanding. Of course, I'm going to use another acronym, that's SEM, sensory experience memory, because it's in that sitting back, hearing that mum was just so caught up in her own grief or whatever was going on for that parent. We don't even, that resource state will bring with it that emotional memory of like, oh, It's not me that's unlovable. It's my parent or caregiver who isn't, right at this point in time, able to show me the unconditional love, safety and support all children need and deserve just for being born onto this planet. And after that, we will find a resource. So we'll check that work. We'll find a resource to take over the best way to handle that situation that they brought up in the Vivify specific. So it might be in the workplace. If my boss criticizes me and I break into tears, find a part that can handle feedback by saying thank you and taking that on and processing it. That's a normal adult state. It'll be a mature state. So, then we will do an imagery check where we will, Resource Therapy Action 12, the imagery check, go back to that presenting situation, say my boss is criticizing me or giving me feedback. And we have now with our Find Resource Therapy Action 8, that resource therapy, that resource that has the skills and ability to go, maybe my boss has a point. Perhaps I should have thought about that a little bit more, and can take the feedback on and process that in a healthy and wise way, really, without taking it personally. Whereas the Vaded state would have come in and gone, poor me, yeah. However it was, because it felt criticized. It's not ideal to have a Vaded state. In those circumstances, it's really good to clear up those Vaded states so it can help us live a normal, healthy, productive life, dealing with the ebbs and flows of life. So that is the Vaded and Rejection protocol. Thank you. Bye. If you like this, please comment, subscribe, and share the help with others using social media, text, or email. And welcome comments or any thoughts you have using this. I'd love to hear how you've used the Vaded and Rejection protocols, Resource Therapy Actions 1 to 8, and what beautiful successes you've had. Take care. Bye.